Whether you're juggling school assignments, college projects, or even a demanding job, sometimes life will feel like a never ending race. And believe me when I say, I do too. So, how about we take a moment to pause and breathe? Breathe in, breathe out, and then take a short break with a trip to de stress ourselves. Imagine packing your bags, but not for an ordinary trip. No sandy beaches or snowy mountains. This time we are talking about vacationing in outer space.
Ah, great and beyond. And believe it or not, space tourism is on the horizon.
Wait, really? Are we talking science fiction or science fact, Professor?
Science fact, my friend. Join me and let's see just how close we really are.
So, let's start from square one. So, what do I need to start for this trip to space?
Excellent question, honey. Space tourism requires quite a bit more prep than a regular vacation. First off, you need a thorough medical screening to ensure you can handle the journey.
Are we talking a regular checkup or something really more intense?
More intense indeed. They need to confirm that your body can withstand the incredible G-forces and the rigors of weightlessness. Even a minor issue can become a big problem in space.
Alright, I pass. What's next?
Training. You'll undergo astronaut-like training, including G-force simulation and parabolic flights to experience zero gravity. This is no walk in the park. Think of it as a mini boot camp.
Oh, zero gravity. But I think it's a lot tougher than it looks.
Precisely. It takes time to adjust. Parabolic flights, for instance, gives you a burst of weightlessness, but only for about 20 to 30 seconds at a time. Enough to give you a sense of floating, but also enough to make many people a bit of space nausea.
Okay, I'm ready. Am I finally ready for the liftoff?
Just about. But remember, you'll need a specialized space suit. In space, the temperature, radiation, and pressure can be extreme, so your suit will act as your own mini environment.
Okay, got it. Suit up, take a deep breath, and to the launch! Alright, Professor H, walk me through the launch day. What can I expect?
Launch day. The culmination of all that preparation. You'll be strapped into your seat inside a spacecraft. When the countdown reaches 0, you'll feel an intense push as the rocket's engine fire up, and you better hold on tight.
I'm picturing it. It's like an intense roller coaster ride, right?
Multiply that by 10. The force of gravity pushing on you, or G-force, can be around 3 to 4 times the force of Earth's gravity. Your face might feel like it's being pulled down and your chest compressed. But don't worry, it's all part of the ride.
Wow, that's intense. How long before the things actually settle down?
Just a few minutes after reaching the space, the engines cut off and voila, you're weightless. You will begin to float as the view outside changes to a magnificent sight of Earth against the backdrop of space.
Oh, that's something I would pay to see.
Indeed, you're officially in space, my friend, and the view breathtaking. Earth appears as a beautiful blue marble suspended in the vastness of the black.
So, Professor H, besides watching outside the window, what else can the tourists actually do in space?
Floating around is a fun novelty, of course. You can spin, bounce off the walls, even do flips. You might also get a chance to capture some photos and enjoy meals, though they are specially prepared to handle zero gravity.
Wait, space food? Isn't that all dried and freezed up stuff?
For the most part, yes. But companies are working on the options that will taste better than old-fashioned astronaut food. Still, you can forget about a hot slice of pizza up there.
Pizza? I'm Indian, for God's sake, Professor, not Italian. I look for rice, dosa, or roti. Okay, pizza or not. It sounds amazing. But how long do the tourists actually stay up there?
Right now, trips last only a few minutes to a few days, depending on the company. Virgin Galactic offers suborbital flights, just a short, intense experience, while SpaceX is working on a longer orbital flights for a full experience.
So let's be real. Why isn't space tourism booming yet, Professor? What's stopping everyone from going?
The biggest barrier is the price tag. Right now, space tourism costs anywhere from $250,000 to tens of millions. It's an experience for the wealthy.
So it's not exactly in my budget yet?
No, not yet. Plus, there is an issue of safety. Rockets are still a complex machine. While the advancements have made them safer, space travel remains risky.
And I'm guessing insurance policies doesn't actually cover the space travels yet. Correct?
You'd be right. Space tourism is a pioneering field, and yet there are still a lot of regulatory hurdles to clear.
Alright, so it's exclusive, expensive, and a little risky. But what would it take to make this into, I don't know, an affordable reality?
Glad you asked. One major step is reusable rockets. Companies like SpaceX have already begun reusing rockets, which drastically reduces cost.
So instead of building new rockets each time we fly, we would instead refuel them and use it like the already using aeroplanes?
Exactly. This could bring prices down to a few $1,000s one day. Imagine a ticket to space for less than a car.
Few $1,000? Professor, do you even know who I am? Okay, now that's a future I should get on board with. What else?
Well, improved life support systems, better radiation shielding, and technologies for long-term space habitation could make longer stays possible. Imagine space hotels with actual rooms, restaurants, and even gyms to exercise in zero gravity.
Space hotels. Now that's something I would be on board with. So realistically, are we seeing this happening anytime soon?
In the next 10 or 20 years, prices could become affordable for more people. And by mid-century, space tourism might be common for all. This is a dream to make space as accessible as air travel today.
So basically it's not for me, but for my kids or even my grandkids.
Who knows? Maybe.
So Professor H, if I could bring one thing to my space travel, what would you recommend?
A camera, of course, to capture the views of Earth, the stars, and even a few selfies.
Good call. But maybe I will also bring some snacks with me. Space food doesn't actually sound too appealing.
Just don't forget your helmet.